Wildcats Radio 1290.
Bum, 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 bum. I'm off key and off beat. But it's time to start the show. Happy Thursday to you tonight, this afternoon, wherever you happen to be. I'm Rich Herrera. This is Wildcats Radio 1290. The program today is muy poquito, right?
It's very small.
It's muy poquito because tonight we have football for you here on 1290. Tonight, the National Football League is on 1290. The Los Angeles Chargers travel to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. Broadcast time begins at 4:30 here on 1290. What's that you say? You don't have Prime? Oh, well then you're in luck because we'll have the game for you here free of charge on Wildcats Radio 1290. That's right, tonight the National Football League makes its debut on Prime streaming service. No Prime, no football for you, baby. Unless, of course, you realize the people that bring you the National Football League and don't charge you to stream it are right here, your friends on 1290.
Yes, we are.
Did I explain that to everybody properly?
Yeah, because I think most people, they're still getting used to this new era of streaming sports channels. Particularly baseball fans, I think, are ahead of the curve on this one because a lot of them are being stuck watching baseball on Apple Plus.
No, I won't watch. I watched it. It was garbage.
I know you won't, but other baseball fans that are, biting through,
Nope.
with the pain of Apple Plus broadcasting and stuff like that for baseball games. I mean,
Well,
they're
we're going
kind
to
of
talk
ahead.
about that. We're going to talk about that on the program today.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, it's one of the. Didn't you? I have an agenda. Did you not pay attention to it?
Well, I mean, I
No.
usually double check to make sure if there's anything that I need to pull up.
No, you've done well today. All right, here's what we have coming up with the program today. Short program because we're going to throw it over to Westwood One and their coverage of Thursday Night Football beginning at 4:30. So I got to jam a whole bunch of stuff into the program all we can. So Roxy Bernstein will come by for his normal Thursday appearance on the program from Pac-12 Networks. We're going to walk through all the games of the Pac-12 coming up this week. Andy Reichoff's going to join us from the Bison 1660 in Fargo, North Dakota. Do I sound like the guy from Westwood One? This is Westwood One.
This is Westwood One's coverage.
No, he goes, this is Westwood One. I can't do it.
Oh, yeah, no, he's got that much more growly voice. Yeah.
I got to drink water now. I hurt my voice. I can't do it. That guy's
flavored water, mind you. Flavored water.
I am a little bougie. I live in Oro Valley. Anyway, we'll have Roxy coming on for us in about 27 minutes or so. Mm-hmm. We'll talk with Roxy Bernstein. Then at 4 o'clock, we'll talk to Andy Reichoff from the Bison 1660 in Fargo and get a scouting report on North Dakota State University, who's coming in to take on the Arizona Wildcats. Also, I think I have a big giveaway, but I just need to double check that my big giveaway that I think we're giving away today, I have to look to make sure that we're giving it away. It's a pretty big one, though. It is. That's why I want to make sure I don't mess this up.
Oh, okay. Yes.
You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
Well, no, because I didn't see anything in there myself. But
right, so that's why I had to go double check.
Yes.
All right. Today's program is brought to you by Dragoon Brewing's... Let me try again.
You got it right the first time.
I know, and then I started thinking that I get it right, and I did get it right. Dragoon Brewing Company's Fresh One. It's a new project from Dragoon Brewers. Fresh Hop IPA project. It's unique. It's special. It releases Saturday, September 24th. Listen to the show, and you can win a $25 gift card to grab yourself some Dragoon Brewing Company's Fresh One. You know why they call it the Fresh One? Because they just made it up as they went. They had some crazy guy who goes, I'm going to drive up to Washington to get some hops. And I'll bring them back fresh, and we'll make beer out of it.
Wait, he just took a truck?
He took a van and drove up, bought fresh hops before they were dried or whatever they do to them, and brought them back. And he goes, we'll just use them while they're still fresh, and we'll call it the Fresh One.
Took a full-on took a full-on van to take fresh hops back from Washington State. That's a trip.
That is a trip. All right. So anyway, thanks to Dragoon Brewing for bringing you today's program. All right, let's see what's sitting. Can I spin anything out today? Let's see what's.
You know what, Rich? You know what? We'll see what's rattling around in that big old head of yours today.
Warning. The following segment might trigger some listeners, and 1290 does not take responsibility for the following content.
What the hell is going on?
It's time for the list as we explore the sick, twisted mind of our host, Rich Herrera.
And that's when things got bad.
And the list of things he is thinking about in that huge size 8 Chrome Magnum head of his.
Look at the size of that boy's head. That's like an orange on a toothpick.
You're gonna give the boy a complex.
Well, that's a huge noggin. Has its own weather system.
That could have been one of the greatest opens to the program that we've ever had, Dragon Ball.
I mean, considering that it took us a while to get there, though.
Well, it did. But we have David sitting in there with you today.
Yes.
And you're what do you call it? It's not pantomiming,
Well,
is
no,
it?
it's pantomiming. I would just say it's more so pantomiming than anything else.
Yeah, so
lip reading.
You kind of. No, it's lip syncing.
Lip syncing.
It's lip syncing. You're karaoke lip syncing. You're lip syncing the open, and as you're talking, David's standing over your shoulders like, "What's going on?"
Oh yeah.
And now he can't hear anything, so I'm talking about him, and he has no idea that I'm talking about him.
Not a clue.
Okay. This is going to be a quality program today, folks. I will tell you that. Coming up tonight, Thursday night football on 1290, the Bolts and Kansas City. And again, a reminder, you can only see the game on Prime. If you don't have Prime, you're out of luck watching it on television. Do you have Prime?
I do not.
Okay. So you can't watch the game tonight.
I can't watch the game tonight.
But if you want to listen,
I can.
On 1290. This is your lot in life. If you want to watch Thursday night football, either get Prime or you're out of luck. If you don't have Prime, then you're going to listen to the game on the radio with us on 1290.
Yep.
I don't know how I feel about that. I get it because I have Prime. So I have everything. I've got Disney Plus. I shouldn't say this out loud because my wife's going to hear about it and get on me.
Oh no, she'll get real mad at you.
She actually has a checkbook, so she understands. I got Prime. I've got Hulu. I've got Apple Plus,
right,
which I never watch. I've got Disney Plus. I got ESPN Plus. I've got Netflix. What else do I have? I got like 3 or 4 others that I don't even know what they are. Because I signed up for all of them and they're like, hey, sign up for $1 for the first 4 months. And then I don't know how to take them off my bill, so I just keep paying $8.95 for all these streaming services we don't watch.
Right.
So I do have Prime, so I'll be able to watch the show tonight. Is Al Michaels and Herb Street. That's going to be weird.
It's going to be a very interesting duo for that broadcast.
Well, no, Al Michaels is the best.
Oh, yeah, no.
Al Michaels is the best, but Herb Street, who's known more for college football, is now putting his toe into the National Football League.
Right.
He's an expert when it comes to college football, and he knows his football.
Oh, yeah.
But when it comes to talking about the National Football League, will he have the same gravitas as someone who played in the league and had success in the league?
Collinsworth?
No, Herb Street.
Oh.
So Herb, it's Herb Street tonight, right?
I was wondering if you were saying that, like, Collinsworth had success in the league, and I was like,
He went to a Super Bowl against the Niners.
yeah, he did for a short period of
He
time.
played a number of years. You know, I used to have a radio show opposite him in Cincinnati.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. But what I guess I'm saying is, so it'll be weird tonight. How is Herb Street translate to the National Football League?
I'm waiting to see what that looks like, because that's going to be an interesting transition for him, I'm sure.
Right.
Will he know what the overtime rules are in case this game goes wrong?
No, he'll know the rules. You've got producers. Like I've told.
Why
aren't
the teams lining up at the 25?
I've told this to people before, and I never realized this. The late great John Madden.
Yes.
You know, he would sit there next to Al Michaels. and they'd show the screen of the two of them, right, when they shoot in the booth.
Yep.
Just in, I want to say John Madden was to the right of Michaels, if I'm not mistaken, as I was looking, right? And just off camera, sitting with John was, you know this?
No.
So you got Al Michaels and his board and his spotters. Then you got Coach Madden. And just off camera sitting with Coach Madden was
Who?
John Robinson, the former Rams coach, USC coach.
Wow.
Robo was sitting next to him. You didn't know that, did you?
No, I did not.
I guess I haven't told that story. So John Madden had John Robinson right next to him, helping him watch and give him keys, and he'd hand him notes, and he'd point to things, and the two of them would talk, and Robinson was the second set of eyes for John Madden. That's one of the reasons why John Madden was so good, because he had such a good crew working with him and made someone who's tremendous even iconic. But for the last couple of years on Monday Night Football, John Robinson, who John Madden and John Robinson were best friends. They both went to Sarah High School, same high school that Tom Brady went to.
Oh, that's right.
And Robinson would travel with John Madden on the cruiser, on the Madden bus.
Yeah.
They'd watch games together. They'd get prepared for the game together. They'd sit there. They'd go over notes, and they think through the game. And then Robinson was there helping him point things out as the game was going. Because I would do games on Saturday or Sunday with Robinson, and then he would fly to wherever John Madden was for Monday Night Football.
Interesting.
That's stuff that you get on the Rich Ferreira Show that you can't find anywhere else, folks.
Can't find that.
Can't find that anywhere else. But the reason I'm making such a big deal of this is Pac-12 fans, get ready. This could be our future. You see, ESPN and the Pac-12 are going back and forth, and there was somebody, I think of the New York Post, who said they're millions of dollars apart. Oh, that's posturing from both sides. But one of the things that's out there is if the Pac-12 doesn't get the number that they think they need to get to, can they take games and spit them off to Prime or Apple TV or some other streaming service? Remember, ESPN is one bundle of money. ESPN Plus, the streaming service, is a whole other different bundle of money. So, could you have some of our games end up on a streaming-only service that you have to pay for?
The Pac-12 on Hulu.
George Kliavkoff was one of the guys who got Hulu off the ground. Would you end up on Apple? Remember, Apple bought soccer, right? They have MLS, I believe.
I believe that's true.
Yeah. It's exclusively on Apple Plus. These Thursday night games are exclusively on Prime. Prime paid $1 billion for the National Football League to be on the streaming service. I'm not sold all these streaming services are going to make it. I was watching what several experts have said, that will all these make it? No, it's going to be like the .com, pets.com, cars.com, dragonball.com. They're all not going to work.
No.
Some of these streaming services are going to work, some aren't. But could you see the Pac-12 going to a combination ESPN cable and ESPN Plus or Prime or Apple Plus for some of the games? So we're going to have to watch to see how this goes with the National Football League exclusively Thursday Night Football on Prime. If it works well, that bodes well for the Pac-12 if they want to add that to another platform for our games. Right. But I was also thinking, if people complain that I can't get Pac-12 Network, which you physically can't get in many places, what are people going to say when the games absolutely disappear from traditional television and they end up on streaming services only? Because then you miss all the promotion and all the rest of that. It's just going to be an interesting play tonight to see how these games work and how people think of them going into the future. Arizona announces the schedule for the season. We're going to walk you through that here in just a little bit. And again, we'll preview North Dakota State University coming up at 4 o'clock. And I'm waiting to hear whether I have my big giveaway today. Yep, I do. It just showed up.
Yep.
I just wanted to confirm this.
Yes.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
It just popped up. What are we giving away today?
That would be a $100 gift card from Brother John's Beer, Bourbon, and Barbecue.
I knew we had it. I just had to remind everybody.
Yep.
So before 4:30 today, I'm going to give away a gift card for $100 for Brother John's Beer, Bourbon, and Barbecue. You can either go watch the game at Brother John's. It's a great place to watch games. You can get to go from Brother John's and take it out to the mall and tailgate at the U of A this week.
Sounds
or
like a
you
good
could
deal.
invite me and you and I could just eat $100 worth of barbecue.
$100 worth of barbecue. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Oh, I would.
Oh, you know what? That's fair.
Yeah, come on. That's
fair.
What do you think I'm an amateur over here? So we have a $100 gift card.
Still looking for all those brunches, all you can eat brunches.
I am. Don't forget, Arizona takes on North Dakota State. 8 p.m. kickoff. We'll get you going at 3:30 with our pregame show on Saturday. All right, that's what's rattling around in my big old head. We'll walk through the Cats' schedule coming up, and then Roxy Bernstein, Pac-12 Network, talks Pac-12 football with us at the bottom of the hour. Also, don't forget, 4 o'clock, we're going to talk to one of the announcers from North Dakota State University. All that coming up. Short edition of the program, 4:30. We throw it over for Thursday Night Football here at 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for 2. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
4th down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. It is good. Backfield and drop. No gain. Loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments for the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball, down by 11, 3 have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down. That was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Mathurin with the ball for the Wildcats. Mathurin around a Koloko screen. Picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Mathurin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Mathurin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's a huge shot for Ben Mathurin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Mathurin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Straight back to throw. Has some time. Steps up in the pocket. The Wildcats have got him for a safety. Second safety Arizona has recorded this season. It's a 24-12 ball game, and the Cats will get the ball.
That's big
Pulling
time.
on the field is a safety.
Yes, that's big time by Arizona. That time defense did a great job of just closing the pocket from the inside, and then the pressure on the outside by A-Bear. They just got him. They just got there.
All right, thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Rich Herrera. The program today brought to you by PGA Tour Superstore, located right around the corner from us, across from the Tucson Mall. Oracle and Limberlost is Tucson's best golf store. It's the only golf store you ever need. If you're a golfer, this is your paradise. If you're looking for new shoes, they have from Nike, Adidas, Echo, Puma, New Balance, Skechers, FootJoy. They have the new MG4s, the hottest shoe in golf. Again, as the weather starts getting a little bit better, you're looking for new golf shoes, they have it there, plus everything else a golfer would possibly need. And again, I've got a special discount for you. If you walk into PGA Tour Superstore, you tell them you listen to Wildcats Radio 1290, they'll take $20 off a purchase of $150 off a purchase of $250 or more. Remember, restrictions apply. Pink Titleist, FootJoy, not part of this promotion. Everything else, giddy up. It's Tucson's PGA Tour Superstore. They're also the proud sponsor of our Tucson Golf Show, heard every Saturday morning here on 1290. All right, let's see. I got Roxy Bernstein coming up. I got to remind everybody that we're going to give away a $100 gift card to Brother John's Beer, Bourbon, and Barbecue coming up at sometime before the end of the program, Dragon Ball.
Yes, sometime before the end of the show.
Sometime before the end of the show, we're going to give away a $100 gift card for you to enjoy barbecue just because it's game week.
Just because we can.
By the way, tomorrow we'll be on the road. Bear Down Friday, Illegal Pete's from 3 to 6 as we get ready for the Wildcats taking on North Dakota State on Saturday. It's all brought to you by Corona, the official corporate sponsor of Arizona Athletics. All right, Arizona released the basketball schedule. They were trying to figure out how to add one more game in. Let me walk through the schedule for you real quick, just in case you haven't got a chance to see this. Everybody knows the blue game, the red-blue game. Man, I'm having a hard time talking today. The red-blue game is Friday at 7:30, September 30th. And then some of these times are in here, some aren't. But November 1st, Arizona will take on Western Oregon in an exhibition. That's a Tuesday night. Monday the 7th, first game of the season against Nicholls State. Friday, November 11th, they'll take on Southern. November 17th, Thursday, that's Utah Tech. Then November 21st, the Cats will take on Cincinnati in Hawaii. Then on the 22nd, they'll take on either Ohio State or San Diego State. These are all at the Maui Invitational. Then they'll play one final game on November 23rd. Oh, we're going to be busy right before the Territorial Cup week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. This is going to be a grind for me. I don't know about for you. December 1st at Utah. On that Sunday, December 4th, it'll be Cal. Then they'll play against Indiana on December 10th. That's one of the games I have circled. On Tuesday, December 13th, they'll take on Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Then a big game on the schedule for them. December 17th, they'll take on Tennessee in Tucson. Then Montana State. This game was originally on the 21st. They moved it to Tuesday the 20th to take on Montana State. Then the game they add right before Christmas is Thursday against Morgan State here in Tucson before a little mini break.
And they're probably going to need that break, too, considering, because that's a pretty packed schedule for the first part.
I was just going to say, man, I'm going to be exhausted. And then they play this one. I don't know why the Pac-12 does this. This is the second time in the last 3 years they're going to play on New Year's Eve. Oh. December 31st, Saturday against Arizona State in Tempe. Please let it be a day game. Please let it be a day game.
Oh, it won't.
It won't.
It won't be.
It won't be.
Not Arizona. That's a primetime slot. You know it. You know it. I know it. That's going to be that game may be the first set of the countdown to New Year's as it is.
Well, I remember 2 years ago they played a New Year's Eve game. Was it 2 years ago? And the game started at like 8, and it got done. It got done at like 11:15 or something like that.
It's basically the Pac-12's version of their own like state to claim on a holiday game.
Well, I'll have to ask Matt Mielbach because he wore a tuxedo that night. Because he was in the studio up in San Francisco. So that's December 31st, and they get they come back after the first, and then all the games are a Thursday, Saturday. I think that's been all over social media. January 5th, they'll take on Washington. Saturday the 7th, they'll take on Washington State. Then the next week, Thursday the 12th, it'll be Oregon State. Oregon comes in. Oregon State on the road, then Oregon on the road as well. January 14th, January 19th, that's when the USC Trojans come in on that Thursday, and then the Bruins come in January 21st on a Saturday. Then the next week, the team goes on the road to Washington State, Washington. Then they'll return home, Oregon State in town on Thursday, Saturday. That's February 2nd and 4th. Then at Cal and Stanford the week after that. Utah, Colorado is the 16th, 18th, and they finish off February 25th. Isn't that Valentine's Day?
Wait, what date did you say?
February 25th?
No, Valentine's Day is February the 14th.
Oh, okay.
February the 25th is my birthday.
Oh, so for your birthday.
My birthday.
Maybe I think of you.
It's sad because my dad's birthday is Valentine's Day. My birthday is on the 25th. So
all right, well, happy birthday. If you want, I'll take you to see Arizona State.
Hey, that's a heck of a game to have on my birthday.
Yeah.
The Territorial Cup for the court.
Yeah, and then on the 2nd and 4th, it'll be at USC, at UCLA. So the games, I guess, that you would look at, pretty tough games of that Maui Classic, Cincinnati, Ohio State, San Diego State. Then that game against Tennessee, I think, is one that everybody will pay attention to.
Oh, yeah.
And then the
especially
Pac-12,
after last year.
Then the Pac-12 schedule.
Which I thought was funny.
I was hoping we were going to get out of not having that game on the 22nd. So you get a little bit of an extended Christmas break.
Yeah, not only that, but also I found it hilarious that like the Pac-12 schedule for Arizona it's all going to be Thursday, Saturday, except for one game against Cal on December 4th, which was a Sunday.
I don't mind that one.
Yeah, that's not bad, but at the same time, it's such a weird thing that they were able to get the entire schedule Thursday, Saturday, but one game.
Right. Yeah, I'm not crazy about the little pre-Christmas game because all the kids are gone. Everybody's doing other things.
Yeah.
And then I'm not crazy about, and this is just me personally whining, the game on New Year's Eve on the road.
Yeah, that one's rough. That's a rough one.
Please. Should I call the commissioner?
You can call the commissioner all you want. I guarantee you that game's going to be prime
let's
time.
Make it a noon game.
You're talking about the defending Pac-12
wait a minute,
regular.
What are all the college football playoff games? Are there any on? Are there? Oh, that's what we have to look at.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see that because
Can
I
you
imagine,
look that up for me?
I know that the New Year's. Okay,
Look that up for me. We'll talk about that later. I hope they don't go up against the first, because weren't they college football playoffs last year on New Year's Eve?
Okay. So based on what we're seeing here, they already have the schedule for these set up, it looks like.
For the college football playoff games.
Yes. The 2022-23 college football playoff schedule dates. Fiesta Bowl at 4 or 8 p.m. Eastern on
day?
Saturday, December 31st.
Yeah.
Peach Bowl, 4 or 8, Saturday, December 31st. College football national championship game will be on Monday, January the 9th.
Okay, so
But that
wait a
New
minute.
Year's Eve game, there's going to be 2 football games going on.
No.
Point.
Think about this. What day? Where's the college football playoff?
Well, the college football playoff location, I'm not.
You said the Fiesta Bowl.
Well, the Fiesta Bowl and then the Peach Bowl.
Right. So guess what? Where's the Fiesta Bowl played?
That's Texas, isn't it?
No, Fiesta Bowl. Fiesta Bowl.
Fiesta Bowl.
Phoenix.
Oh, that is in Glendale, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, they moved. That's okay. No. Ooh.
So would they have Arizona State go head to head with the Fiesta Bowl?
They probably wouldn't.
I don't know.
I wouldn't think that they would.
I don't know. I mean, I have a yellow jacket. Should I be able to go find out? I think I can almost fit back into my Fiesta Bowl jacket.
Maybe. We'll see what happens with that. But again, that's only 3 months away, though. Oh man, that's right around the corner. It feels like.
Before you know it. Anyway, that's the schedule. I'm going to have to ask Tommy about this.
Oh yeah.
Are we playing a day game or a night game? Are we going to be popping bottles at midnight in Tempe, or will we be back home by then?
Who knows?
Popping bottles.
That's brutal. What a schedule.
Ooh. All right. Anyway, that's the Arizona basketball schedule. Coming up in the program, Pac-12 Network's Roxy Bernstein joins us. We'll walk through everything in the Pac-12, and then top of the hour, we'll talk with one of the announcers from the Bison 1660. North Dakota State. They're going to have a ton of fans coming in. We'll talk to them about that coming up next on 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for 2. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. Into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona. Oh, did they need that? My goodness. Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his 3rd foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down that was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's a
tied.
Huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Straight back to throw. Has some time. Steps into the pocket. The Wildcats have got him for a safety.
This is David Amata, and here's what's trending on 1290 here at 3:37. Arizona men's basketball will be in conference action this season on Thursdays and Saturdays for the most part of the season as the Pac-12 officially announced their schedule. But the Wildcats' only conference game not on Thursday or Saturday will be against Cal on Sunday, December the 4th. Following the suspension of Suns and Mercury owner Robert Sarver, the franchise in Phoenix has appointed Sam Garvin to serve as the team's interim governor for the remainder of the year. And there will be no return to the field this season for Seahawks safety Jamal Adams as he officially underwent surgery to repair a quadriceps tendon tear after his injury on Monday night. And the world of tennis will be losing yet another legend as Roger Federer announced that he will be retiring from the ATP Tour, saying the decision is bittersweet following a series of knee operations. That's what's trending locally and nationally on 1290. Still more to come on the Rich Herrera Show. This is Wildcats Radio, 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
All right, sports fans, Rich Herrera with you. Normally we have our Arizona Insiders at 5 o'clock on Monday through Friday, but because of Thursday night football coming up here on 1290, it's the Chargers and the Chiefs. The broadcast will begin at 4:30. By the way, don't forget the game is only on Prime, so if you don't have Prime, you can hear the game here on 1290. Now, with that being said, we still have our Arizona Insider on Thursday. It's Roxy Bernstein, so we're moving 5 o'clock up to have Roxy join us right now. It's Thursday. What's the biggest thing that's going to happen today? No, it's not Thursday Night Football, although the Bolts and the Chiefs are pretty good. No, it's our conversation with Pac-12 Network's Roxy Bernstein joining us here on Wildcats Radio 1290. ¿Cómo está, mi amigo?
Muy bien. ¿Usted?
That's about all I know. That's about as far as I can go with my Spanish. But thank you very much for joining us, Rox. Appreciate it. Do you have a voice left after last week's Utah game?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was easy, Rich. I only had one game last week. I had two the previous week. I mean, I got to say touchdown Utah quite a bit, but that was, to be honest with you, that's the game I expected to get last week. I said to somebody before the game, believe it or not, Rich, I thought Utah was going to win 80-0, and I wasn't being. That wasn't hyperbole. That was like legit. I thought they'd beat him 80-0, and they won 73-7. So I was close.
What did you get from being around Kyle Whittingham prior to the game? What did you see on the field after they lost on the road in Florida?
They were an upset football team because of mistakes that Utah teams don't normally make in that first week. They had 27 missed tackles. They don't do that. They don't do that in a month. But it was their run fits were off. Guys weren't doing their assignment, sticking to their job. They were trying to make plays, inexperienced players thinking they were doing the right thing when they weren't. And Utah got back to the basics last week that made them a successful program. The staple, the hallmark, if you will, of Kyle Whittingham's teams is physical play. They're great against the run. They've been a top run defense in the Pac-12 the last 5 years. It was miserable in week one because of their own mistakes, and they cleaned a lot of things up. Hard to tell against the opponent last week, but it'll be a little stiffer this week with San Diego State going to Salt Lake City.
Do you expect them to rebound and be the Utah team that we thought we were going to get, challenging for a Pac-12 championship?
Yes. I still think they're the best team in the league, even though, people are falling all over themselves to be in love with what USC has done so far. I still think they're the best team in the league. And we'll see as it plays out. They're going to play each other in mid-October, but I just like what Utah has, and they know what they are, where I think there's still some unknowns about USC. I think Washington is intriguing to me. What do I see in the first 2 weeks? We'll learn a lot more about the Huskies when they play Michigan State Saturday. And we still really don't know what UCLA is yet, and we probably won't know for another couple of weeks.
Where are you this week?
I'm in Pullman. I have, off the huge win in Madison, Washington State, the Cougs off that victory against Wisconsin, hosting Colorado State on Saturday.
So as I look at that game, huge win for Washington State. And I think people have misdefined the Cougs this year because when Cam Ward comes in and you got a new offensive coordinator, like, wow, look at this new quarterback that you get. I think people forgot that the head coach is a defensive-minded, tough guy. And you certainly saw Washington State stand up to a Big Ten team, go toe-to-toe with them, and out-physical a Wisconsin team, which that hardly ever happens to.
Yeah, that was an interesting way for Washington State to win it. At some point, you think the offense is going to catch up. And they have not looked good offensively the first couple of weeks against Idaho. And look, they did enough against Wisconsin to win the game, and certainly Nakia Watson came through big for them. But Cam Ward hasn't really hit his stride. But defensively, that's the way they've been getting it done. And that's Jake Dickert. That's what he is. Look, they're averaging, 20 points a game, and they put up barely over 300 yards total offense per game in the first two. That's going to change. But defensively, if they can keep this up, Washington State could make a name for themselves as far as being a player, as far as the race goes.
I think Ryan Leaf brought this up on Pac-12 Radio this week. Has there ever been a team that has the Coug raid, the air raid, if you will, but a defensive-minded coach?
That's a good question. And I'm trying to rack my brain because you think of all these air raid, run-and-shoot type teams, and they're offensive guys. Like, what's interesting about my game Saturday, Rich, between Washington State and Colorado State, is they're mirror images of each other. They both run the air raid system. And defensively, they do the same things because the defensive coordinators used to work together. They both run a nickel base and a 4-2-5 defense. That's what's intriguing about my game Saturday. And Dickert, as you alluded to, being the defensive guy, but you think of all these air raid people over the years of the run and shoot, right? June Jones and Timmy Chang now at Hawaii, Sonny Dykes, who was at Cal and was at Arizona for a bit running the offense, and now is at TCU. Goes back to Hal Mummy, Leach. all these guys, it's been offensive guys, but overall defensive guys, the head coach, but yet they're willing to run the air raid, which is almost unheard of.
The California Golden Bears go to take on the most injured animal in college football, I think. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish, who start the season 0-2. They lose Tyler Buckner, their starting quarterback. Right now, Notre Dame is standing there trying to figure out what in the world's happened to us. And here comes Justin Wilcox and the Cal Golden Bears.
And they've had success in the road under Justin Wilcox in non-conference play. They're 3-1 since Wilcox took over. They won at North Carolina. They won at Ole Miss. The only loss was at TCU last year in a game, frankly, Cal should have won. So now they're going back, as you alluded to, a wounded animal in Notre Dame. I guarantee you nobody's taking it lightly from the Cal perspective, being Cal 2-0 and Notre Dame is 0-2. It's still Notre Dame, and they still have athletes. The Cal hasn't looked all that great, even though they're 2-0 at this point. Defensively, they've been good in the first couple of games. Their third down defense was sensational against UNLV last week. Jack Plummer's been okay. The freshman running back is going to be a stud. Jaden Ott has been really good. He's already twice been Pac-12 Offensive Freshman of the Week. But Cal needs to look better. My big concern with the Bears is their offensive line, Rich, has not been good. That has to get better. Defensively, they've been great. They've found a way to overcome for the loss of Brett Johnson, moving some pieces around. But this is a significant test. Even though they're 0-2, it's still Notre Dame. And Cal needs to play well if they're going to come away with a win on Saturday. And if Cal somehow does it, Rich, that's a really good win for the league. I don't care that Notre Dame is 0-2. If Cal can go back to in front of touchdown Jesus in South Bend and beat Notre Dame, that would be another huge lift for the conference. And we've seen, even though, the falling flat on their face in week one, in terms of Oregon getting smashed by Georgia and Utah just not finishing the deal, even though they should have won the game against Florida. But the win by Wisconsin last week, this would be another step in the right direction if Cal can go to South Bend and win.
Talk about big wins for the conference. Oregon hosting BYU, and Oregon just barely holding on to the top 25. When he gets BYU, I think would have Duck fans feeling a little bit better about themselves.
And this is a significant game, I think, in a lot of ways. If Oregon is the team, Rich, they envision themselves to be, in terms of if they're going to be in the conversation on the national stage, they have to win this game. You can't lose it. Here's a huge opportunity at home for Oregon, and BYU coming off a strong win and a good effort and a double overtime thriller against Baylor in Provo last week. But this is a game Oregon needs to win. And look, they aren't as bad as they played in week one, and they certainly aren't as good in terms of putting up 70 against Eastern Washington last week. They're somewhere in the middle. And Bo Nix needs to make some throws this week if they're going to win. And they have an impressive home non-conference winning streak. They've won 29 straight at Autzen Stadium against non-conference competition. And here's another one. This is a significant test against a ranked opponent at home. And this is a game that the conference in Oregon needs to win.
Another game the conference needs to win is Washington hosting Michigan State.
It is. And look, Washington's dismantled their first two opponents, but they've looked good in doing it. And, the competition level wasn't great for the Dogs, but it were significant steps in the right direction. And maybe, look, Rich, it probably wasn't the sexy hire when you look at the hires that were made. Lincoln Riley going to USC, Dan Lanning, fresh off winning a national championship as the DC at Georgia, takes over at Oregon. But Kalen DeBoer did a really good job at Fresno State. And it was a very good hire by Jen Cohen, the AD at Washington, to go bring Kalen DeBoer up north to Seattle. And Michael Penix has looked great in the first couple of games. They have been multiple offensively in terms of being able to run the football with efficiency. Their pass offense has been terrific so far. And they're playing Michigan State, and I don't know how much we know about them, to be honest with you, because Michigan State has played two really weak opponents in their first couple of games. But here we go. It's another huge opportunity on a national stage for the Pac-12 to get a win, and the conference needs Washington to get it done. especially at home.
100%. Speaking of Kalen DeBoer, his old team, Fresno State, takes on USC. I know everybody's in love with USC right now, but I'm still waiting to see the real Trojans play.
First off, how about the guts of Jonathan Smith last week?
Oh.
To initially send his field goal unit out to tie the game, to send it to overtime, and Jeff Tedford and Fresno State take a timeout, and Jonathan rethinks it in the stones to put the offense back out there, and then use the jackhammer, Jack Coletto, with a direct snap and ran for the winning touchdown. That was gutsy last week, and I think a big statement. And Jonathan Smith, that was a great win for Oregon State. They've had a really good first couple of weeks, right? To hammer Boise State at home, then go to Fresno and win. And you got a Fresno State team that might be licking their wounds a little bit going to USC. But this is going to be, I think, a significant test because Jake Haener, we know what they're capable of offensively. And USC in that progression, all right, let's see what they got. And the chore for them is to slow down Jake Haener, who to me is one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
Then the game that I'll be at without you. In fact, I almost took a selfie in front of the TV booth because it was empty last week.
Don't get me started on that.
With no broadcasters in Tucson. But that's okay because it left more Brother John's barbecue for me.
And guess what? They're not going to be here this week either, I don't think.
Nope. I might sit there. I think I'm going to go in the TV booth and take a selfie and
Why
show
not?
you. Yeah.
Why not?
I might go do that. North Dakota State, Arizona, NDSU, the best FCS school in the country. They just win and win and win and win. I think they're 185-9 or something like that, and I'm not over-exaggerating that. This is going to be a good test for the Arizona Wildcats to see whether we are in that build that Jed's talking about.
Well, consider that North Dakota State has won 6 straight against FBS teams, right? So we know what they're capable of doing. For Arizona, look, they showed well for a while, I thought, against Mississippi State before it got away from them late last week. This is a big bounce back for them. And after the impressive opening week performance against San Diego State, certainly the frustration of losing the FCS game last year to Northern Arizona, this is a different animal. And this is a team that's legitimately a very good football team that Arizona has coming in. We all know that. And for the Cats, it's to get back on track. I know Jaden Delora took a step back last week. The 3 interceptions really hurt them. And they weren't able to, I don't think, mix it up as much last week. So I think offensively they got to get back on track and also give their defense a break because I think the defense got worn out last week against Mississippi State.
100%. Have you figured out when we're going to get you to call an Arizona game yet?
No, not yet. And so our assignments came out for next Saturday, the 24th.
All right, where are you going?
And I thought I was going to have the Arizona game at Cal. I am not. I am headed to Boulder. I've got UCLA, Colorado next week.
All right.
Because we have a triple header next week on the Pac-12 network. So the only good news is it's a noon kick locally. I get home Saturday night, so I'll be back in my own bed.
So do you think maybe we'll get a shot at you for the Colorado game down here?
I think it's possible. What's the date of that one?
That's the week after. That's the what is this? Is the I can't remember. It's in 2 weeks. 17th, 24th.
Of October. Okay, but if it's the weekend of October 1st, there's a chance. October 8th, no, if that's the weekend, because I haven't even looked at the schedule. But I'm doing playoff baseball that weekend for ESPN, so
all right.
I'm off football that weekend.
What are we gonna do without you?
I don't know. JB will have to pinch hit for me with Lincoln. I don't know what Lincoln will do without me.
Now, did you tell Lincoln that I've got barbecue waiting for him?
He knows.
Okay.
He's aware. He's licking his chops to get back to Tucson.
We got to get him to go out with us the night before when we put on the Big Eaters Club.
Mr. Ons?
I think Mr. Ons, you, me, C-Dub.
You know Corey's in. That's like a foregone conclusion.
So Corey Williams, Lincoln Kennedy, Roxy Bernstein, Rich Herrera, Mr. On.
Let's go.
You know, yeah, I think that might be it. I think that might be it. They might have to close it down, but I think we should pull that off.
You know, I may have had the greatest accomplishment of my life last Friday night. So we went to dinner as a crew, in Salt Lake City the night before the Southern Utah game. Rich, I am not telling you a lie. This is 100% true. I out-ate Lincoln Kennedy.
No.
Yes.
Where'd you go?
We went to the wonderful Red Iguana in Salt Lake City, the legendary spot.
Wow. What did Lincoln say?
Lincoln, he kind of tipped his cap to me. He was impressed.
Oh. I'm going to bring that up when I see him.
You should, and he'll fully admit it. He knows.
That just, listen, folks, I've eaten in press dining with Roxy, and Roxy's wept watching me just kill a buffet. For him to out-eat Lincoln, that is mind-boggling.
That's a lifetime accomplishment right there.
That's bigger than Appalachian State winning last week.
Oh, no question. No question it is.
Because when Roxy and I go eat, he'll order something very, I'll have a salad, I'll have the balsamic vinegar on the side, maybe a little protein, some grilled chicken. Herrera, what are you going to have? You know what? I'm going to eat light today. I'm going to get the giant slice of pepperoni with extra cheese, a cheeseburger. Give me fries, put cheese on top of it, and then, you know what? I'll have a side of meat to go along with it. So to have you throw down like that is impressive.
Yep.
Wow.
I can pack it away on occasion.
You know me. I'm very, very proud of you. Well, enjoy the game this weekend. We'll catch up with you next weekend. And, next weekend we get to talk a lot of Cal Golden Bears.
I know. The mighty alma mater.
That's
go.
Right. You know it. You know the story. You tell the whole darn world.
You cleaned it up for the audience.
It's a family show. Roxy Bernstein, okay. Pac-12 Network, joining us here. We'll continue. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Thanks to Coors Light for bringing you today's Arizona Insiders on Wildcats Radio 1290. Coors Light, official corporate sponsor of Arizona Athletics. Chill on, Wildcats.
From the O'Reilly Chevrolet Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic. Some slowing at Ajo and Mission. Mission and Ajo Way, busy to get you through. Also some slow and go travel on Euclid Avenue between Speedway and Broadway Boulevard. Heads up for collisions clearing at Tanca Verde and Grant Road, Stone Avenue and 14th Street. Also Grant Road and Silverbell and Grant Road. And I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Window Depot. The Window Depot has great deals on windows and doors, and now everything for a complete home remodel. The Window Depot is a one-stop warehouse for cabinetry, granite, and quartz countertops, plus flooring and tile to finish your project. Visit thewindowdepot.com for locations. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Wake up, Eugene! You're gonna be late again!
Go away, Doug. You're interrupting my dream about getting new tires installed.
Right, Eugene. And last week before you borrowed my car to get groceries, you were dreaming of an extra large bag of Cheezos.
Exactly, Doug. I can see the future. I'm practically clairvoyant.
Not sure you have that gift, but you do have an appointment for new tires at Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. So let's get going.
If you insist.
I do insist, because I'm dreaming of you driving your own car for a change.
Great choice, Eugene. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care will turn your tire dreams into reality at any of our 14 area locations.
And remember, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care's one low price includes all the tire installation services you need.
Tire mounting and balancing, new rubber valve stems, and we'll even rotate and repair your tires at no extra charge.
That's $95 in savings.
This is Sean Furrier. Since 1960, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Here to get you there.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Are you ready for Week 2 of Thursday Night Football? I am, because I downloaded the DraftKings Sportsbook app, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Here's the deal, and I did this. I used the promo code 1290Wildcat. I put $5 down, and I got $200 in instant free bets right there. Boom. All right, here's the deal. I'm ready for Thursday Night Football, and they got this special deal for you. How about this early win promotion? It's simple. Bet on LA or Kansas City to win. And if your team leads by 7 at any point during the game, bang, you're a winner. Even if your team loses, you get paid instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use the promo code 1290Wildcat to get $200 in free bets instantly when you place a $5 bet on any football game. That's code 1290Wildcat only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 years or older and present in Arizona to bet. Gambling problem? 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Bonus issued as free bets. One early win token issued at opt-in. Moneyline bets only. Deposit and wagering and restrictions apply. Eligibility and terms at DraftKings.com/football terms.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station to be named after the Wildcats in Tucson. KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station to be named after the Wildcats in Tucson is quite an honor. And 1290 takes it seriously. That's why we work hard every day, because we are named after the Wildcats. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Dude, you look bummed. What's up? I'm looking at pics of when I first laid eyes on her. How she was beautiful. Now look at her. She's hideous.
Dude, call Recon Auto Detailing. They'll get her looking new again.
Recon Auto Detailing is Arizona's premier auto detailing company. We'll come to you and do a basic cleaning or a jaw-dropping full detail, including a ceramic finish. Recon Auto Detailing. Online at Recon.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down, and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game.
Rich Herrera on Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, we continue with you here on Wildcats Radio 1290, getting you ready for football coming up Thursday night football. And again, if you don't have Prime, you can hear the game here on 1290. Also, we're going to give away a $100 gift card to Brother John's Beer, Bourbon, and Barbecue before we throw it over for Thursday night football. But I've got a treat for you right now. Drago, what's the name of this radio station?
That'd be Wildcats Radio 1290.
You know, we're not the only station in the country named after a college team. Because up in North Dakota, there's the Bison 1660. Joining us right now is Andy Rickoff, who hosts the midday show, The Insiders, along with Rod and Pip. And he's joining us right now on Wildcats Radio 1290. Andy, how are you?
I am great, Rich. We definitely corner the market on mascot-named radio stations.
That's right. That's right. All right. How many green and gold-clad Bison fans are rolling down here to Tucson this weekend?
I can guarantee you there was 3 planes that left directly from Hector International Airport in Fargo to Tucson today, NDSU teammakers planes going down there. So that was happening, and then we also have a whole bunch of other alumni that live in the Arizona area, whether it be in Tucson or Phoenix or, Flagstaff, Scottsdale, all over the place down there. You're going to be expecting I would say tens of thousands.
Really?
Around Tucson, if not at the game.
Wow, because I talked to Dave Hickey, the athletic director of the University of Arizona, and he was saying that the tickets got gobbled up quickly, and they've been looking for more and more tickets as we get closer to the game. So I'm expecting to see just a ton of Bison fans rolling into the desert right now. By the way, what's the temperatures up there right now?
Right now it's good. Right now we were 82 for a high today.
Okay.
I think tomorrow we're supposed to get a little rainy. It's going to be in the low 60s. But this is prime weather for Fargo, North Dakota right now. This is the good time.
See, we're expecting 100 degrees on Saturday for our high.
Wow.
And probably right around game time, we'll probably be 86, 88 degrees, which is just perfect in the desert.
Yeah, it's one thing I know NDSU is prepared for. They're prepared for the heat. One thing on my side, so Bison 1660, we do pre- and post-game shows. I'm upset that it's a night game, that we got to wait till the sun goes down by you guys, because that means my post-game show starts at like 1:30 in the morning Central Time.
Ditto here, so I'm right there with you hosting ours. All right, Andy, give me a scouting report on the Bison. I'll tell you this, nobody at the University of Arizona is taking this team for granted.
Yeah, I hope they're not, because this is a team that's won 6 straight against FBS opponents. Haven't had a game against an FBS opponent since 2016 against the Iowa Hawkeyes, but they've won their last 6 in a row, and they've been really dominant in most of those victories as well. You guys know it. I'm sure you've talked about it quite a bit on your show. They've won the FCS national title for 9 of the last 11 years. They're a really good team. This is a interesting group, because the group's changed over a lot the last couple of years. Trey Lance was the quarterback back in 2019. He left for the NFL. We know that. He's with the 49ers now. Cam Miller's in his first full year as a starting quarterback, but he was the starting quarterback last year, halfway through the season, won a national title as a starting quarterback, and he is back this year. A whole host of running backs. They have 4 returning offensive linemen from last year's squad as well. The only guy they lost is actually playing for the Bengals right now, and their starting offensive line, Cordell Volson. Also on offense, they lost their best receiver from a year ago, but they have 3 guys returning that played multiple games a year ago and were really talented. Got a good tight end back. Defensively, they're almost all intact except for the defensive tackle position, where they lost one of their starters last week to a pretty bad lower leg injury. Maybe he comes back at the end of the year, but he's definitely out for this game and for most of the foreseeable future. Eli Mostert was his name. But they've got plenty of guys on the defensive line and the linebackers unit to be able to match up, I think, with Arizona pretty well.
I know Miller is very efficient. He doesn't throw a lot, and the offense is predicated upon the run. Jed Fish talked about it today. When I asked him, he said, it's a pro-style offense, and they have a fullback, and they're just going to run the ball. And that running back room is so deep. Talk to us about the running game for the Bison.
Well, this is what they're going to try and establish. I don't think it's any secret, Rich. They're going to try their best to establish the ground game early and often. They want to. That's what their offense is built around. Hunter Lipke is the name to watch out for. He might be on your guys' roster or on the 2 deep as a fullback, but he's a fullback / tight end / running back. He's an extremely special player, maybe the most versatile player I've ever seen in college football, and he's just phenomenal at just about everything he does. He's going to be one of the main guys to get some of the carries. He loves contact. He tries and seeks out contact. He can also run away from you, but he can also catch the ball out of the backfield too. And then Kobe Johnson is a lead back. He's maybe their number 1 running back. But the thing about NDSU you got to know is they haven't had a 1,000-yard rusher for a season in a long, long time. That's because they will rotate through 3 or 4 different running backs in every single game. They feel confident about all of them. They will use Kobe Johnson, Dominic Ganella, Tamarick Williams is a transfer from SMU, a bigger body, downhill style running back, and then Hunter Lipke as well. And they like the quarterback run game. They'll get that involved. So they are a little bit old school. It is smash mouth football, power A-gap right down the middle. If you can't stop the running game, they will continue to run it. They will not wait and throw the ball around. They will run until you prove you can stop it, and then look at the passing game going.
Defensively, what are we going to see?
Defensively, you're going to see a team that is extremely physical. They'll match up in the trenches extremely well. Spencer Wagee is a 6th-year guy on the outside of defensive end. He's probably the number 1 pass rusher. Tony Pierce, also a really good defensive end. As I mentioned, Eli Mostert gone for most of the season now with a lower leg injury, but they've got his twin brother, Will Mostert, that will take his spot at defensive tackle. In the secondary is probably where they're deepest. They've got 3 returners from a season ago at cornerback, which I know is my top matchup. How does the Bison secondary match up with some of the athletes Arizona will throw at it, especially Jacob Cowling? And then the safety position, too. They will play 3 safeties sometimes. They'll bring Michael Tutsi, a 6-year guy, down from the safety position to more of an outside linebacker role, and they'll bring in a couple different safeties. So they're deep in the secondary. Got a couple of younger players at the linebacker position that have taken over starting roles this year. But outside of that, they've got a ton of experience, and they're going to match up physically for sure. The one area they've been a little bit shaky early on is some of the tackling issues. I know they've worked extensively hard on that these last couple of weeks in practice, and it was fixed a little bit in week 2. But just in space, in the open field, that's probably where NDSU wants to focus the most, is making those tackles in the open field.
What else do I need to know, Andy, about the Bison?
It's just a good football team, Rich, and they're amped up for this game. Like I said, they haven't had one since 2016. Not many teams like to face NDSU or even are willing to face NDSU at this point. They've kind of gone through and beaten 3 or 4 Big Ten teams, a couple of Big 12 teams. Those conferences seem to be on notice where they really don't want to face NDSU anymore. And then we're at the Pac-12 now, right? Now it's Arizona. We were supposed to have Oregon in 2020. We got Colorado in a couple of years. So just moving to a different conference and seeing if we can get somebody else to play us. But they are amped up for it, have not played one of these games in a long, long time. The fans are extremely excited about it. You can expect a ton of them down there, like I said. And it's going to be a game I think goes into the fourth quarter. I really do.
And, you know, when I asked this to the athletic director, and this is a game that was actually scheduled by Rich Rodriguez. Two coaches ago for the University of Arizona. So Jed was asked about it today, and he goes, hey, I'm looking forward to them. They're going to be they're a darn good football team, so we'll see what happens. All right, now I hope this doesn't come off as condescending, but I wanted to ask you this. How big is this for the Bison when you go up and you play against a Power 5 school? If I said this is the Bison Super Bowl, am I being overdramatic?
I think a little bit overdramatic. Now it's a massive game. Don't get me wrong. This is huge, especially for the fan base. I think it's maybe slightly bigger for the fan base than some of the players or coaching staff. Their number one goal is to win the FCS national title. That's the number one goal. That game will be bigger, and fans will care about that one more than they will this game. If NDSU were to lose this game against Arizona but win a national title, the fans would be more than happy because they won a national title. That's really what they care about at the end of the day. But outside of that, this is as big as it gets. This is the chance for NDSU. There's a lot of fans that want to move up to the FBS level, want to get to that level. There's some fans that don't in Fargo that like the tradition of the FCS and winning national titles. But this is our measuring stick. This is how we measure, can we play at the FBS level? And some people will say it's just one game. It's not really a whole season. It doesn't equate to the same. But this is all we have to kind of measure, can we make it at the FBS level and even in the Power 5 level against some teams. So it means a lot to the fans, and I know it means a ton to the players who don't have these opportunities very often.
All right, so this is a weird question. You ready?
Absolutely.
Who is this a trap game for? Arizona taking on an FCS school, or the Bison taking on a team that was 1-11 and is rebuilding?
That's a really interesting question, right? Because the last FBS game the Bison had was in 2016, and that was against a number 11 ranked Iowa, where you feel like you're massive underdogs. There's not much of a chance. I don't know what you guys have seen, Rich. I've seen just a couple of betting lines so far. They have the Bison favored by a point or basically a pick 'em, right?
Right.
So, when you're looking at it from that aspect, it's hard to say that you're really underdogs in the game, and that's a unique aspect to a game like this, where if you're the Bison, you go into it and you say, I'm not really an underdog in this game, and you feel like you should win it, but I know they've felt like they should win all of these games they played against the FBS competition. I don't think NDSU is taking Arizona lightly at all. I'll tell you that. They take this game extremely seriously. They plan for their first 3 opponents in the offseason to do a little bit of work on each one of them during the offseason. So they've been preparing for this one for a little while.
Andy Rickoff joining us right now from the Bison 1660. And I asked that because it's amazing when you watch an FCS school take down an FBS school. We saw it with Appalachian State. We saw it with Georgia Southern. I'm sure everybody in North Dakota took notice watching those big upsets last week. But I don't know if it's an upset because the Bison are a point favorite or a pick 'em, and I don't know if they've ever been in this position against an FBS school.
They haven't. I would agree with you. I don't think they have been. This is very strange territory for FCS teams in general, not just for NDSU. Most FCS teams are not favored in these games, and they're underdogs by double digits, by multiple scores in basically all of them. Even some of the other top teams at the FCS are not favored or even remotely close in these games. So for it to be a pick 'em or for NDSU to even be slight favorites in it, I think that honestly, if I were to think about it from just a fan's perspective, I would think it would help Arizona to say, okay, people don't think we can win this game. Let's go out and prove it. I know NDSU doesn't care about the lines. They're not going to look at it. And I'm not saying Arizona just looks at the lines and they only care about that stuff, but I'm sure it gets back to them that, hey, everyone thinks we're going to lose this game to this team or we're not going to beat them. I think it would help them a little bit, or at least I would have to think it would help them a little bit.
And I throw the NAU game out the window because there's 50 new players on the Arizona squad that weren't there to watch the game against the Lumberjacks that Arizona lost here at Arizona Stadium. So I'm throwing that out the window right now, and I just look at the two of these. Now, I was going to ask you about having a chip on your shoulder if you're the Bison. So down here in Tucson, the University of Arizona, a lot of these kids are Power 5 football players, but they didn't get recruited by USC. They didn't get recruited by UCLA. So they end up coming to the University of Arizona, and when they play USC and they play UCLA, who are the glamour teams in this conference, Oregon, glamour teams in this conference, they play with the chip on their shoulder to show everybody, hey, you know what? You messed up by not recruiting me. I'm reading the same type of quotes from the NDSU players, like, all right, you know what? Power 5, Pac-12, whatever, FBS, I'll show you. Hey, we might be FCS, but we're going to walk out there and smash you in the face. Talk about the chip on the shoulder for these players when you get a chance to play against a Power 5 school.
That's why it means a lot to the players, Rich. It's exactly why it means a lot to them. It's not so much that we have a chance to knock off a Power 5 team or something like that. They go back to their recruiting days. And NDSU's recruiting profile during this great run of success has gone up and up and up and up. They've started beating Group of 5 teams. They've been competing with Power 5 teams. Dorian Singer, a receiver for Arizona, was recruited by NDSU. They offered him, and they were in that process. So they're competing now with Power 5 teams for actual players and legitimate players right now. But there's a lot of players on this year's team, and I know in the past years when they've had these FBS games that weren't recruited by the team they were playing. And it was a lot bigger when you were facing Minnesota or Iowa or Nebraska or Kansas State or Kansas, because that's kind of NDSU's main recruiting profile. They have a lot of kids from Minnesota or Iowa that said, that was my hometown team, and they didn't recruit me. And it meant more to those players, a little bit more of that chip on the shoulder. I'll go show you should have recruited me. I was in your backyard and you missed me type of thing. But it still transfers to this game. There's still a lot of players from NDSU that say I was passed over by the Power 5. I was passed over by most of the Group of 5 as well. The few teams that wanted me weren't as good as NDSU, so I chose the Bison. I'm going to go out there and prove that I'm a Power 5 player and that I could have played at this level and the coaches missed me. That's absolutely a chip on the shoulder of each and every one of these players.
I mean, the Bison have a national reputation. Game Day's been there. This is going to be on national television. We got about a minute here. 2 questions I want to get real quick. Crack the code for me. Why have the Bisons had the success they've had over the last decade? What is it?
It sounds corny, but I mean it's the culture. It really is. They've built it extremely well. It's all been done in-house. It has not left the Fargo Dome or the coach's facilities. When Craig Bohl left, it was taken over by Chris Kleiman. That was the defensive coordinator for many years. When Chris Kleiman left for Kansas State, it was Matt Entz, who had been the coordinator for many years, that took that thing over. If Matt Entz were to ever leave, it would be taken over by someone that's been around this program. You don't become a head coach at NDSU unless you have been around this program. You know what it's been built on. You know the tradition, and you know how to continue to keep this thing rolling. They go in-house, and they only want people that care about this program an awful lot, and that's the main reason it has stuck through this many years and this many coaching changes as it has. And then one other constant has been the strength and conditioning coach, Jim Kramer. And people think, oh, he's not a head coach. He can't have that big of a role or that big of an impact. But he's been the constant through this whole run. Jim Kramer, with the way he has physically matured these kids from freshmen to seniors, he's a huge reason why they've had success as a strength and conditioning program at NDSU.
All right, final question for you. Explain to me the Bison appeal and how big the Bison fans, how near and far are they in the size of the following of the Bison. So my sister-in-law is from South Dakota. She don't like anything about North Dakota except for the Bison. And they're actually driving out from California. I've got my niece who said, I'm going to wear Bison stuff. And I said, you can't stay in my house if you do that. You're wearing red and blue to the game. Otherwise, you can buy your own ticket. But, I mean, I'll let her come in the house. But they're that passionate about Bison football from North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota. Talk to me about how big this is for the region of that part of the country and the pride that the fans take and what the Bison are able to do on the football field.
Well, like I said, from a fan pride perspective, this is as big, the biggest thing other than winning a championship it does for them. Like, pride-wise, it's big because you're beating one of the top teams. Like I said, there's a lot of fans that want NDSU to move up, but you get fans of Minnesota. Oh, you couldn't last here. You only do one game playoffs. Basically, they're basically your Super Bowl. You only play one game. You don't play a full conference schedule. Same thing with Hawkeye fans or other fans of Big 10 or Big 12 teams around the area. So these games are a sense of pride for NDSU in a huge way that says we can compete, and not only compete but beat those teams on a regular basis, and that's what they've done so far. But the brand of NDSU, it's almost coast to coast, Rich, and I really don't think that's overstretching it at all. We have fans that will tune in from all over the country. We have fans that come to Frisco, Texas for the national championship from literally just about every state. I've met people from almost every state other than maybe like Vermont or Virginia. That might be the only ones I haven't, or Alaska and Hawaii. But continental United States, it stretches coast to coast. And when you have had the success they've had, that's why. They've been on College Game Day twice. They had Sports Center on the road in the Fargo Dome a couple of years back. And then when you have quarterbacks like Carson Wentz taken second overall, Trey Lance taken third overall, the amount of publicity that you get from that for the whole draft process and the amount of times the Bison logo is on national television, which happens again in this game with FS1 covering the game, it just makes that brand appeal even more and more to a national audience and to high school students who are looking to find a good program. NDSU's become one of those programs, especially for young high school quarterbacks. They say, man, there's a lot of success. The last 3 quarterbacks have gone to the NFL, and 2 of them have been first-round picks. That's as far I'd like to go.
All right, Andy, come on. Time for us to put up or shut up. I've got a 6-pack from a local brewer, Dragoon Brewing Company. I will pick their best IPA in this game. I'll even give. I'll do it even straight across money line. Arizona versus the Bison. You game?
Absolutely. Fargo Brewing Company. You're on.
There you go. I love it. Hey, thank you so much. I'm going to return the favor. I'm coming on with you tomorrow, right?
Absolutely. We're looking forward to it,
All right,
Rich.
Tucson, I promise I will talk a lot of trash when I go on in North Dakota and represent us well. No, I promise I'll behave myself. Andy, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it, brother. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yep, thank you, Rich. Looking forward to it.
All right, take care. That's Andy Rickoff of the Bison 1660. All right, what do you want to do here, Dragon Ball? You want me to take a quick break? And then we'll come back and we'll give away the $100 gift card at Brother John's Beer, Bourbon, and Barbecue. We'll do that next here on 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Coloco. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Coloco, who slams it down for 2. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Coloco, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Coloco, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the 3, blocked again by Coloco. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
4th down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. Into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellis, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The Locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Rare. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments for the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his 3rd foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like what, driving down that was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko, feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline, circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot, 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away, good!
That's
We're tied.
a huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berrios. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball, he underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
1290.
All right, we're going to take you right up until 4:30, and we send it over to Westwood 1 for the National Football League. Our thanks to Andy Rickoff. He was a little confident, wasn't he?
With that many FCS championships, I would be too.
All right, Wildcat fans. Some Wildcats got to make a play. Somebody's got to make a play right now. I've got $100 in Brother John's beer, bourbon, and barbecue to give away right now. Give me a number, Dragon Ball.
Let me go ahead and get...
Ask Dave.
David, what number do we want to get?
Give me a number.
Give me a number between 9 and 15. 10. All right,
10.
We'll go with 10.
All right, caller number 10 to 520-848-1290. Caller number 10 to 520-848-1290. You will win a $100 gift card to Brother John's beer, bourbon, and barbecue. Caller number 10 right now, 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290, the number for you to join us. Again, 520-848-1290. Caller number 10, you're going to win a $100 gift card to Brother John's Beer, Bourbon, and Barbecue. Tomorrow, we're on the road. We'll be at Illegal Pete's beginning at 3 o'clock from 3 to 6. We'll be there for Bear Down Friday. It's all brought to you by our friends by Corona. Let's see, I got about 60 seconds. Dragon Ball, get off the phone for a second. I need to talk to you. No, but stop what you're doing. I need to talk to you. Wait, what number are you at right now?
Right now, we're at about 7.
Okay, so we'll hold on just a second. We're making some changes here at 1290. Dragon Ball is now going to become the executive producer of our pregame show. We do the longest pregame show in college. We do an 11, 12-hour broadcast, and it takes a lot of work. And Dragon Ball is going to transition to be in charge of running our pregame shows for football and men's basketball. So I just wanted to congratulate you. Thank you for all your hard work. You'll still be here. You're still going to come around and do Dragon Ball's football headlines and all the rest. But I'm really excited about you taking over and being the creative spirit behind really the big thing we do here on the station, which is the 3-hour pregame before every football and basketball game and the 2-hour postgame show and getting all that sound and the football press conferences, coordinating all the guests. Hey, great job, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's going to do it for me, Rich Herrera. Let's send it over to Thursday Night Football from Westwood One.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Matherin between the rings.